A to the K.
To the K.
To the K. Things are about to get royal up in this bitch. King and Queen of the Ring, baby.
I was trying to think of a good pun.
Yeah.
Not a good pun.
No. We missed a week. It's like we forgot what we do. You know.
What is this?
Yeah,
What is this?
What is that? Microphone.
Micro.
King and Queen of the Ring. It's happening.
It is. They still need a better title for it. This is pissing me off.
Yeah,
It just doesn't roll off the tongue anymore. I'm no objection to like mentioning Queen of the Ring. I just feel like maybe we need to drop the whole King and Queen of the Ring thing as the title because it just doesn't. It's alliteration. It doesn't work. It just doesn't work.
We need something a little bit more Royal Rumble. Ah, damn it.
God damn it!
They already have that. But yeah, we got King and Queen of the Ring. They're going back to Saudi, and some of the matches have been announced, and I've predicted what I think some of them are going to be. So we'll jump into it, shall we? Because this one's an interesting one. Cody Rhodes versus Logan Paul.
Still thinking of a good piece.
You'll be halfway through this and you'll just be like, yeah, whatever it is you say.
Crowning. No.
Oh! It's something else entirely. Yeah, Cody Rhodes and Logan Paul.
Yep.
Main eventing. And it's champion versus champion.
It's a load of wank.
It is. It really is.
Only because this is one of the things, right? Not against the match itself. This is, Cody's gone. Well, this guy's popular. Let's have a go. Right?
You can take the AW out of Cody.
Yes,
You can't take the AW. Wait a minute. Yeah. No? What? No.
Wait, what?
Take the Cody out of AW. Can't take the AW out. I fucked that up. But you know what I mean?
Yeah, they didn't actually take any AW out of Cody. But, yeah, I mean, aside from the fact that it'll be a decent match, they're both decent. Like, Logan's obviously surprisingly good for someone who's been wrestling for the length of time he has. Cody, I believe, is actually quite good in the ring as well.
I've not seen that.
It's going to be a decent match, but it's going to be massively predictable, isn't it? They're not.
Can we talk about it?
Okay,
Talk about it,
let's
right?
talk about it.
Because I don't think they've 100% confirmed it's the WWE title and US title on the line. I consulted my old friend Wikipedia, and we know that's factually correct. No one can change it or anything, right? And that just says champion versus champion, Anthony. Okay, so it doesn't actually say. Oh, look at this. On his phone again. We're going to get insight into Anthony's feed because it's going to come up. What?
No, I've got all the reason is hashtag we want Cody. Fucking hell, that was a while ago.
That come up in your search?
Apparently. That doesn't sound like me, I'll be honest with you.
We want Darby out. Okay, you've been hacked.
There's actually a lot more to that hashtag. We want Cody to
go. What?
It's this here, right?
What's it say?
It says undisputed WWE champion Cody Rhodes goes head to head with United States champion Logan Paul in a champion versus champion match. Sound. Cody's put for all the gold. He's responded to that tweet for all the gold.
Right, okay.
So it makes you really think like
that does imply.
But the trouble is if it's not for all the gold and if it's not both belts on the line, why is Cody messing with people like that? This is the kind of thing that makes people go off Cody, and you think he would have learned from his AEW days.
Well,
like, let's not suggest to the fans that there's an opportunity for you to become the Grand Slam champion and finish a different fucking story, right? And
if I don't win the United States Championship, I will never challenge for the United. No, not again.
I thought you were going to do a Kane thing then. I will set my. Sorry, go on.
Just my voice.
Yeah, I don't know.
Point out I don't have the same political involvement.
Fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, I honestly feel that they're probably just going to go, yeah, let's make him a Grand Slam champion. That's what the people want. All the belts. And that's not what... it's not. I can't say that's not what the people want. I want to speak for the people. Some of these might be wrong.
All right, The Rock.
But we don't want this.
No. People...
It's like, Cody's gone, I'll have the mid-card as well.
I'll have it all. Like, people have already been saying, like, oh, people will get tired of Cody after this. He's completed his story. And then... he's fought AJ Styles. Wow. Now he's fighting Logan Paul. Wow. There's no real reason behind this. But if you make it for the title as well, then they're really not doing him any favours because people will just be like, all right, this is getting a bit...
You know what I think the problem is for me?
Go on.
Cody's he's the big champ. He's the big champion. And he's meant to be the main event guy. And yes, this is the main event of King and Queen of the Ring. So why does it feel like a mid-card match? Why does it feel like Cody's going for the US title and not the other way around?
Yeah. To be fair.
This is the problem. Our champion is now just delving into the mid-card, and that doesn't feel right
That's
to me.
a really good point, because we've had this scenario before in Saudi where it was Logan Paul versus Roman Reigns, and it was very clearly for the world title, and it felt bigger.
Yeah.
Now,
And this feels like it's for the US title.
It does.
And that's the problem.
But
I think also putting the emphasis on the Grand Slam thing is like, so Cody's fighting for a mid-card belt now.
Yeah.
And that's the bit that just, it takes the luster off it a little bit.
Like the whole, if they do it, they go through with it, and Cody's not just trolling people, and it is actually for both belts. What is the end game with that?
Well, a lot of the wrestling fan base, who are definitely right most of the time and never toxic.
Yeah, of course.
Are suggesting that it's a clear sign that it'll be a screwy like DQ finish and nothing will change hands. Yeah, like for a main event match as well.
Exactly.
Like, I know it happens from time to time, but damn.
What's the screwy finish even going to be?
Like, let's be honest. We had how many years of? I enjoyed Roman's run. I'm not throwing shade at Roman's run at all, but like his whole thing was being an asshole heel, wasn't it? And there was a screwy finish all the time. So like, aren't we kind of done with screwy finishes on the main title?
Cody's like, I'll pick up that mantle, but Cody, you're a baby face. It's fine. I'll do it. It's all good. But yeah, don't get me wrong. If it wasn't for both titles, if it is just champion versus champion, I don't mind this as a match at all. If it's champion versus champion, then straight away Cody's winning. Yeah. And like, why? Who wants to see Cody as a double champ?
Well, it'll be for the accolades. It won't be because anyone wants him to have even any length of run, and that's how lame it'll be, because he won't hold the US title very long. But it's so that they can tick off that box and go Grand Slam champ as well.
Yeah,
which, when you do it for that reason, is just a bit shit, isn't it?
Well, exactly. You've got poor Sheamus out there just desperate to win the IC title. You know what I mean?
It's a shameful thing.
It is a shameful thing. Well, let's say it happens.
You might get like, oh my God, Ricky Starks is here, and then he starts a feud with Logan, and no one gives a shit.
God, could you imagine?
He's a Cody guy. He's a Cody guy.
Yeah. Wow. But this match is happening, so we don't know for sure whether it's for both belts.
I like how I'm being a little bit shady towards Cody. Drinking a lovely prime.
I know, yeah. So, who do you want to win, Anthony? Hold your bottle of prime. Logan. Yeah. So, do you think it's going to be a screwy finish? You think it's for the both belt?
No, I think Cody's going to win, and he's going to win the US title, and they're going to go, he's a Grand Slam champ now, and then he's going to do this whole fucking thing the following week of being like, I'm going to give I don't need both belts. I'm going to vacate the title. We're going to hold a tournament for the US title and all that. So he never actually fucking lost the cunt thing either.
Okay.
That's what I think is going to happen.
If Triple H is the Messiah, those, seem to make out he is, then he won't be stupid enough to give Cody this belt. So I'm hoping
I believe
it's lost in translation. Oh, yeah. But he does the pedigree. It's all connected.
Nice.
So I'm going to say champion versus champion, and it's just going to be Cody wins and he doesn't get the title, because that should be what it is.
Okay.
Next on the list, Triple Threat IC Championship. No Sheamus to be seen anywhere. I'd be all for it if it was Gable, but you added Bronson Reed into the mix, and it's just kind of like...
Why have we added Bronson Reed into the mix?
I don't know. I think because Triple H felt bad for him because he was meant to be there in Elimination Chamber in Perth, and he, his missus was having a kid or something, so he couldn't be there.
Still sounds like you got a list when you say that.
Which?
F.
Imagine when Cody says it.
Hold my pet.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I just...
Yeah, I don't know why he's there. Like, it should be Sami versus Gable.
That's the problem. Nothing against Bronson, but it's like, just give us that singles match.
Well, the only reason I can assume he's there is to take the pin. So to keep the whole thing going between Gable and Sami, to be like, no, you haven't pinned me.
I never lost the belt, actually.
Yeah. So that's the only reason I can think. But again, maybe we're just it's a big ruse because we've seen champions stay champions for a long time under the Triple H era. But I can't see Sami losing yet.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I'm actually still gutted that they haven't changed that ugly fucking belt. They've been changing every belt left and right.
God, so ugly.
Tag belts are actually looking pretty decent now.
That's the one good thing Cody did.
Yeah, it is. And they need him to fix this. But tag belts are looking pretty decent.
Yeah, they are actually. Especially the ones that look like the old school ones.
Yeah, I love them. But
the ones that still like circles.
They're still alright. Yeah. They're not as good as the old school looking ones, but
that's true.
Anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Sami with Bronson eating the pin just to keep something going between Sami and Gable.
Okay. I know we shouldn't. I know we should disagree on a lot of things, but I think that's probably
it's the logical choice. Isn't it?
The logical choice.
Next, Becky Lynch versus Livy Baby.
I have my suspicion because of and I'm sure there'll be some people like, there wasn't backlash, it's fine. But like, because of the backlash of Becky getting the belt and everyone going, oh, here we go, and she's in like the modern day Hogan and all, and like really unfair to be honest, because she's just sort of
people seem to really turn the.
She wasn't being an egomaniac about it. They went, Becky, we need you to come away from holiday, because we've had an injury, and she's just gone, yeah, right. So she's not being Hogan about it herself, but
doesn't work for me, sister.
I think they might course correct a little bit here and actually have her get the win.
Really?
Yeah. I think they might give Liv the win and go, you know what, we'll see what happens.
I mean, Liv deserves it.
She totally deserves it, but for whatever reason, they didn't want to take a chance on her because she could have been the one who got the belt, really.
Again, that's what I don't understand. Like, if they were going to do it, why not just do it and make her win in the first place? So to then have Becky drop it at the next pay-per-view.
Whilst Triple H never makes mistakes and everything's always planned, this is a clear course correction. And I would admire, because people act like it's a bad thing that Triple H could make a mistake. But for me, it's not about your mistakes, it's about how you respond to them. And if he's willing to go, you know what, we listen to what the fans want, he always talks about that. So we go, okay, he said the fans and he's course correcting here, then sound. Yeah. That doesn't make him, that makes him a really good booker as far as I'm concerned. Just pretending like it was always part of the plan. You remember when it was always part of the plan to have The Rock come out and take over Cody's moment and have the main event match, and then turned out now he's just going to slap him in the face instead. Yeah. Like, that was definitely always a story.
Just let him cook. It's long-term storytelling.
But yeah, like, I honestly think this is it. This is going to go, right, let's put the belt on Liv and let's go.
Okay. I'd love to see it. I don't think it'll happen this soon. So I'm going to say Becky retains, but Liv will get it eventually. And I can't wait. Well, there's still...
I mean, you said that to me before.
Yeah, she will. Eventually. But
that sounded almost like a threat. We're going to have to edit that out.
You said it. I was being nice and innocent.
It's such a British terminology, but I don't know if that'll translate across the pond. Carl there with his crossbow.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Wouldn't be the... Right. Anyway, I don't think she will win the title yet. And I can't wait to see it all play out with the whole reveal that Aaron Dom are cooking something up, and then how when Mommy comes back and all that. But I just think it's too soon, so Becky retains.
Doesn't it add to the story? She's got a man and a belt.
Well, exactly. Yeah.
Come on.
And shoes and other stuff. Use a belt. I thought we were bringing fashion into this.
Okay.
Next one. So I've made... Right, this is my picks. I don't know whether you agree. Right, but... There's obviously the tournament finals for both King and Queen in the Ring. I am predicting Gunther and LA Knight.
Okay. I'm intrigued with the LA Knight one. I think it's a good shout. I think it's the exact type of thing that they give LA Knight instead of an actual championship run.
Yeah.
But I find the LA Knight bit interesting because a lot of people got upset, didn't they, that his match wasn't televised.
Yeah.
To the point he ended up defending it, saying the live events, they need that kind of thing.
It's a strange decision.
I kind of see his point.
It was a strange decision.
And I admire the positivity out of him to go, you know what, that gives stakes to the live event, and the live events are awesome fun. It was a great match. But you go, well, we look at it, sadly, through that jaded business thing of going, they're not giving him TV time.
Well, yeah.
But I admire the positivity out of it, and it doesn't necessarily mean he's not going to win, but I find it interesting because people are almost acting like, oh, why are they doing this to him? I actually think he'll probably come out King of the Ring.
Really?
I really hope that they don't make him do a fucking King gimmick. I really hope that doesn't happen.
Well, yeah. Like, right, I'll put this out there as well. That's
change is really posh.
Yes. That's the one thing I'm optimistic for this time round is we won't get any King or Queen gimmicks. Because the level of people who are in it, no disrespect to the previous ones, but they're like already on the path to
and let's be honest, they must know that it's not worked.
Like, come on, like every time it's the whole thing.
We never used to do it.
Yeah,
we didn't have King Austin.
Well, exactly. Like, I mean, we did it with Owen Hart, but he made it work.
Only some people can.
Yeah, King Booker, King Barrett.
Booker actually got some mileage out of that.
Exactly,
that was ridiculous. But I don't know why I put so much
mileage out of that. But yeah, I think LA Knight will get there. It could be Carmelo Hayes or something like that, but I think it'll be LA Knight. And obviously, babyface versus heel. Gunther on Raw. I was expecting... I'm so pissed at this. We'll talk about it in a minute, but I want to get your thoughts on Jey Uso. Jey Uso beat Dragunov clean on Raw yesterday, and I wanted to see Dragunov versus Gunther. And I get it. People are like, it's long term, let it play out. And we will get Gunther vs Dragunov eventually, so I get it, giving it a throwaway match on King of the Ring.
Let it play out as long term is all well and good, but they're still trying to make Jay a thing.
Exactly.
He's a tag team guy, and he's a good tag team guy, so let's not keep pretending.
We'll come on to Bash and Jay. But
okay, we've got a whole section for that.
But based on how it all turned out, I think Gunther on Raw, LA Knight on SmackDown, and I think it's got to be Gunther. King Gunther. Because he's lost the IC title. I think this is going back to King of Ring of old. It's basically saying, you're getting a main event title shot soon. And I think Gunther deserves... Well, no, Gunther deserves it more than LA Knight. So that's my picks. That's why I think Gunther. So do you think it'll turn out the same way? And do you think it'll be LA Knight or Gunther?
I think it's LA Knight. I think they're heading towards a LA Knight Cody feud.
Okay.
And I think
I wonder if it is for both belts and Cody gets the US title, I wonder whether the big thing, the shiny proposition for LA Knight is you get to beat Cody for the belt.
Ooh.
And then they shake hands in the ring.
But even that, this is why Cody would have to vacate the belt to be won it. Because imagine being the guy who beat the world champ but never got the world champ belt. Does that help at all to be able to go? I beat the world champ.
Thus begins LA Knight's story.
Yeah.
I beat the world champ, but I didn't get the. I wanted to put the world champ
one for some reason
on my mantelpiece, and then but yeah, I think Gunther. And again, you might find this one quite interesting because another one whose match wasn't televised, Tiffany Stratton, and I think Lyra Valkyria, whatever you want to call her, Valkyrie. I don't know what she's called, which is a great start, isn't it? But I'm going these two, right? And this is a really difficult one because on the SmackDown side of things, you've got both Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill in this thing. So how's Jade losing? How's Bianca Belair losing?
That's a good point.
So you may be thinking, you're a fucking madman. Why have you put Tiffany through? I think...
Why did you go a little bit South London?
You're a madman! You fucking madman! Listen, bruv. Shout out Ospreay. But I think there's going to be shenanigans with the whole damage control stuff. That's not over. They're the tag champs. So I think... They'll be getting
they'll move it towards something like that. Yeah.
So, for that reason alone, I think Tiffany makes it through. And I think on the Raw side of things, we need a baby face to go up against Tiffany. It could be Io Sky, but I think we might get a taste of their own medicine from screwing them on SmackDown.
Oh,
stop it!
I think regardless, I think Tiffy's the one who comes out as the Queen of the Ring. And I actually think if anyone's going to rock a Queen gimmick, or she'll make it more of a princess thing, I think she'd be able to rock the egomania that comes with being Queen of the Ring. I think she'd actually work well with that.
And the whole Tiffy time thing, just, it is Tiffy's time. I'm the Queen of the Ring. I'm this. There you go. Boom.
Yeah. So I think it'd be a good thing for her because I don't think they're ready to put the belt on her. But this is like a real sort of nod to, you know what, we see that you're the future. So, exactly. It makes sense to me.
Okay, same page. Tiffany Stratton, Queen of the Ring.
Same page.
Another match which hasn't been announced, but I can see happening. We keep seeing stuff backstage of R-Truth and The Miz wanting to get revenge on Judgment Day and blah, 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 blah. So I just thought we need more matches. This one seems like something you could see at King and Queen of the Ring.
Seems on Balor's level.
Miz and Truth versus Judgment Day. I don't think that they would drop the belts.
Awesome Truth. Well, say it right.
Awesome Truth versus Judgment Day. I don't think they'll drop the belts. I think it's just one of those matches.
Kind of weakening for Judgment Day, though, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but it'll be JD McDonald that eats the pin, and
that's true. And I'm not even sure why he's still
there. Because he's got a big head on a little body, and it's funny.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much what they're doing.
And he's Finn's mate, isn't he?
Is he?
Irish, aren't he?
You don't just lump them all together.
Oh wait, no, it's
WWE.
Exactly.
You're right.
So yeah, I think Awesome Truth will retain.
I can't believe Sheamus is in Judgment Day yet.
And the last match I think we might see, and this is where we can wax lyrical about this. It doesn't seem like it's over between Damian Priest and Jay. Obviously, a backlash. Priest couldn't get the job done by himself. Judgment Day had to be involved. Whether we get something like a stipulation thing here, where it's people barred from ringside, maybe even a cage, maybe something else where Damian has to prove he can beat Jay on his own.
Logical.
But I just want to also caveat, because we said we'd use this time to do this. Fucking over Jey Uso, man.
He's just this is WWE. This is WWE right here, where they go, we want it to be a thing, so we'll make his whole slogan main event Jey Uso. You can't just tell us he's main event Jey Uso. That pisses me off.
No, he's in the main event.
But he is. But who else is in the main event wearing a fucking shirt that says it?
This is true.
It still pisses me off that you can't. It's like it's lunatic fringe all over again.
Yeah.
You can't give me nicknames.
No.
Like that's not how nicknames work.
No.
You can't just tell me that's what it is. He's like the guy who's like wants to be cool and he's like, oh yeah, everyone calls me Mad Dog, and it's like no one calls me Mad Dog. You're a fucking liar.
Well, like this thing that he does as well. Like I had a dog that used to do this when he wanted like attention. And that's all I can think of when I see him. He just like he wants attention. And then now, obviously, the fucking idiots in France, you stupid French bastards, are there with like doing your little lights. And now he's there stealing it from Bray. And he's like, the fireflies are mine. That's like, you're a baby face. How dare you say that, you motherfucker? So yeah, done. Yeah. Done with him.
Yeah. And he was a great tag team guy. I don't think he's ever gonna be a main event guy.
No.
We can keep pretending if we want, but it is not gonna happen.
No.
And imagine being Jimmy, going, we have the same movesets, we're identical, and he's main event. Why the fuck?
Yeah. Because he's yeet and Jimmy's no yeet. It's a difference, man. Just ain't yeet.
Ain't yeet. I mean that is true. Wait, she.
Well, they're not mad in that t-shirt yet. But no, like.
But I think Triple H needs to watch out. What if Jimmy starts wearing What if Jay starts wearing like a COO t-shirt instead of a main event guy? Like, does that make him the COO? Because that's apparently how this thing works. You wear what you want to be. You know? Yeah.
That explains why Dominic Mysterio walks around wearing a t-shirt called cunt. But yeah. I'm done with it. So Damian Priest needs to win, of course. If he loses to Jey Uso, Jey Uso's our world champ. That'll just be terrible times.
I mean, let's be honest. Sadly, main event Jey Uso's getting fed to Damian, so Damian's got a win under his belt. Yeah.
And what I could also see here, though, as well, is some sort of stipulation with Judgment Day are barred from ringside. They can't be there or whatever. No one said anything about the bloodline. And it's like, oh, Jay's getting stuck back into the bloodline thing again. Paul's already being like, help me. So, yeah. Then Jimmy will come back and all that will be water under the bridge. And then Jacob Fatu will come out and it'll be Jacob Fatu and the Usos versus
we're going to have Bloodline versus Bloodline.
Yeah, exactly. Bloodline versus Bloodline without Roman. Then Roman comes into the mix and it all goes even. And then the Rocks comes into it. Exactly. So
the thing, like, while we're talking about the Bloodline, though, you know I've wanted Tama Tonga in WWE for a while.
Yeah.
Right.
How's that working out?
Well, I look forward to them bringing his personality as well.
Well,
because so far they haven't done that. No. They don't even let the fucker talk.
I don't understand. Like, I'm not being funny. I don't want to shit on the guy. But did you see the state of Solo on SmackDown? He come out in a fucking giant red t-shirt and some of those like leather, like fingerless gloves and an ill-fitting suit, and he's looking at him going, "Come on."
You're the guy who didn't wear shoes.
It's like he's borrowed like his daddy Roman's suit.
Maybe that's what they're going for. Though.
Maybe
he is trying to be the boss.
He looks stupid. Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what else is a shame? By the way, Tama Tonga's new finisher. Shit. Like, we weren't allowed the RKO. Was it? Well, it's not called the RKO. We weren't allowed his cutter. So
no,
because we've got Randy, so you can't do that.
But Cody can do it.
No, yeah, well, Cody can do the Cody cutter, of course.
Cody can do it.
But otherwise.
No.
But his new finisher just doesn't got the same impact, sadly.
No.
Anyway, I won't harp on too much, but the new Bloodline stuff, unless they pull the trigger pretty quick and Roman comes back and he's like, what the fuck are you doing? Solo.
It's going to happen.
Is it gonna get a bit shit before that?
Maybe. But we're going to put out our WrestleMania 41 predictions today as well, aren't we? Well, we're recording it today. We'll put it out at some point.
What?
But I think there's some conversations to be had around that because I'm telling you right now, I do not want to see Cody and Rock at WrestleMania.
No, but Cody Roman. No,
Rock and Roman.
That's what we want. That's that. Like, we wanted it, we just didn't want it then.
Yeah,
you know.
But it seems like they're going for Cody Rock, and it's like he wants to see that. But anyway, that is our King and Queen in the Ring predictions. Obviously, it takes place next weekend, so let's see how right we are.
Yes, it does.
And let's hope, the dear God, that it's just champion versus champion and not belt versus belt.
But either way, Cody's going to win because
he's Cody. Mm-hmm. That's what happens.
But we are going to get some really ridiculous spot from Logan. That'll be fun.
It's always fun. I like Logan, to be fair. Hold up the Prime.
Oh, and probably sorry. And probably the Stardust stuff because he likes doing that now.
Oh, yeah.
Now he's not forced to do
it. Exactly. Yeah. Funny that, innit? He was enjoying now. But yeah, so Do the usual, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we will catch you on the next one.